Buonasera a tutti. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are officially live. There's supposed to be one more guest, but I'm waiting on him. So when he comes, he'll be more than welcome to come. Oh, I think he's on right now. 1 second, boys. Dom. What? Edit. Dom, I don't see you, bro. I cannot add you for some reason. Try to get back, Dom. I cannot see it. So for some reason, it doesn't let me put him in. I don't know why. Hmm. Don't reset everything, then let me know. Anyways, welcome to another edition of Culture with 3Z. I know it's been 2 weeks that I haven't been doing a live. So, and we're gonna talk about Champions League whatsoever. I'm trying to make it interesting because I have Pasquale Interista, of course, Gio. As always, how are you guys feeling?
Pretty
Go
good,
ahead.
pretty good, Reno. I just wanted to say hi to your guest, Gio. Big fan. Thank you for having me on your channel again, and saying hi to all the fans out there that are watching us tonight.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
and
well, go
thank
ahead.
you, Reno, for inviting me again. It's always a pleasure, and of course, Pasquale, we all know the Interistas in the in the stream, so it's gonna be nice tonight. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I have him on. Dom, do you hear me? Because it says only audio working. Try to fix, Dom. If you have any problems, message me
He might
or
have to turn his camera on.
yeah, turn your camera on, Dom, if you can hear me, bro. We have Dom at the background. He's trying to come.
He,
He's a
he, he,
Napolitano,
pro- he
so
probably has his audio off as well,
Maybe.
hmm,
maybe.
yeah. I don't know. I still see him, but nothing on. Add to the stage. Okay. Is in the same with audio only. How come
Do you
is
hear
that?
me?
Does he have to?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah, I
you.
Yeah,
hear you, but I don't see you, bro. You have to. I did add you on the chat, bro. Hold on a second, boys. Can you add yourself on the screen?
il
Can you
bello
hear me,
della
Dom?
diretta, they
I
say.
know. Always something. Always something on my hand. But Dom is new to this, so you hear
It's
me,
okay,
Dom?
no problem.
I don't hear him. Oh, he probably will come back. Okay. So we'll wait. We'll continue on. Sorry for misinterruptions. Uh, of course, we're going to make things interesting. We're going to talk about the UCL, of course, Inter. Then when Dom shows up, we're going to talk about this Scudetto race whatsoever. Then lots to talk about the Champions League and whatsoever, because there was a lot of surprises with Arsenal, Real Madrid, then PSG. So, guys, you know everything. Put a beautiful like and subscribe, and please share, per favor. And there's some noises at the background because the wife is cooking. So, okay, we have one guest. Um, uh, Calvin Nigel, Calvin Jones, Angel. It sucks not being in the UCL. It's like being the only guy in the friend group on stage. Yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, so guys, let's start off with this center. Let me double check here, but Dom is not here, so. Oh, we got Tony Roastbeat. My dad texted me and said he was watching Manchester United and Lyon in Champions League today. Yeah, they tied today, bro.
Europa League, no Champions League,
Yeah,
Europa
Europa
League.
League. Yeah.
Come on, Tony.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Okay. So, guys, let's talk about the Inter. I'm pretty sure Pasquale has lots to say, even Gio, which he did a watch along with the Bayern shirt on. So, yeah. I'm going to start myself, then we'll let Pasquale talk, and then we'll continue on. You know my thoughts about Inter whatsoever, but as I said in my video, as much as I like to banter around with them, but when it's honesty, it is honesty. I cannot deny. But what is interesting, after 4 years, that Bayern loses to Inter, and the game
To,
itself,
to
the Inter,
anybody.
yeah,
Hmm.
to anybody. I know people can find an excuse. They have a lot of players out whatsoever, but guys, let's be real. Like Inter control the game. There was no referee interference, so let's not complain about the refs. But besides that, nice goal from Lautaro. Then Fratesi at the end. The defense, like even Kane, he tried, but one second, I think I got him on. Dom, you have your
No,
camera
my
off.
camera's not connecting, man.
Oh, your camera's not connecting.
It's on and everything, and I'm messing around with the settings, but I don't know what else to do
Uh,
because it my cameras.
Did you did you connect it through the StreamYard when the
Yeah.
StreamYard thing is?
Yeah,
Because
it's
not
there.
yet.
It's all there. The cameras clicked on the. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just can't get it to to go. This is weird. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are. There you
oh,
are.
yeah,
Oh, oh,
okay.
oh.
Once,
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Go back again.
Something.
Reno.
go back
Do whatever
again.
you
So
did. That worked.
it was Reno that doesn't have this thing ready to go, huh?
No, I didn't do nothing.
I don't
I
know.
don't. What happened? You're still on. Uh,
Oh,
is there either?
something worked. Yeah, something worked.
Yeah, you were coming
She's
in. You
not.
were coming.
Okay, hold on a second. Maybe I did something here. Aspetta. General
Because
settings.
everything
What the?
everything's connected on my end.
Oh,
Ah,
there you are. See,
There we
but
are.
just
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
yeah, but
you have
it's
to.
not. Click on the
Yeah,
camera
click.
now, Dom.
yeah. Click on the camera. Yeah.
Um,
You
Oh,
see,
Oh,
it's like when you click the camera for some reason. Because if I do it, it goes off the grid. So
I
weird.
don't know. I didn't do nothing, boys. Oh
Did it
boy.
reset, Reno? Did the whole StreamYard reset for some reason?
No, I put the avatar thing because I was doing some settings, but you guys are on. By him, he's on, but we have some technical issues, boys. Uh, Dom, try to come back, maybe then talk to Gio if he has any ideas. So, sorry, guys.
or go
He's
off and come back in.
yeah, go off and come
Okay.
back in, Dom, or I'll kick you out. Then come back in, bro, if you want. No, okay. Go up by yourself. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to kick out to us. Okay, where
Mm-hmm.
were we, guys? We were talking about Inter, correct?
Inter, yeah.
So
Yep.
where was I? That Inter control the game whatsoever. Harry Kane, unfortunately, on the big games, he's. I didn't even did say on the first. No, on my videos, there might be a Harry Kane curse, but then he tried, but not a chance. He couldn't score. Then Miller scored at the second half, but then Fratesi with a nice beauty. Then he dedicated it to his grandma. But Inzaghi did right choices. You know my thoughts about Inzaghi. I know Pasqua is going to attack me about Inzaghi. I know I don't like him that much. Most Interisti don't like him because based on his changes. But he only did 3 changes. It was okay because against Parma, it wasn't that great, Pasquale. So we'll see what happens on the in Milano. I know a lot of Bayern fans already told me that it's over, but we never know. We never know what's going to happen because with Inter, you need one injury because even Anthony Interworld, we've been talking, he said the same thing. I know Pasquale is going to say his piece because majority of Interists say it's 2-1. It's still kind of sketchy, the situation. So I'm going to let Pasquale start. Then Gio, I'm going to go on with the chat, then hoping that Dom can get back in. Pasquale, go ahead.
Well, like I was saying to my some of my close friends, those are the games we live for. That's what we live for. Sometimes it's not really the trophy, but it's emotions like that that gives us that night to win in Munich, where a team is undefeated, was unbeaten in 4 years, and going there and winning, keeping the 1-0 after the first half, and then getting that knockout punch like that takes the air out of you on the 86th minute by Mueller, Thomas Mueller. By the way, let me say, un campione, a champion. I remember the World Cup in Africa in 2010, the Shakira days of the song about Africa, World Cup in Africa. He was named the youngest midfielder of and he won the prize as the best midfielder of young of that World Cup that year. And 15 years later, here he is scoring again after. And I saw him live in the treble too when we won the treble in Munich, in Madrid. Sorry, I was there. He played that game too, and there was only two players that are still played, and they were in this game. It was one was Thomas Muller for Bayern Munich, and the other one was Marco Arnautovic for Inter. Which with Inter that time, Arnautovic was just on the bench, didn't play much, but he was the simpaticone, the funny guy, the friend of everybody. So it's nice to after 15 years see them still in the big stage. It brings good emotions, and the victory. What I said, I got like the emotion was so big that I told my friends, "This is what we live for." Sometimes it's not the trophy, but the il percorso, the way to get to the trophy. You know, if you remember in 2010, we with Mourinho, we really had a super tough time with Dynamo Kiev, with Shevchenko's team. That thanks to Snyder and Milito, we won it at the last game just to qualify, and then we faced Spartak Moscow, Chelsea, Barcelona, and Munich. So now, with this new Champions League and seeing the nice wins, well, not that nice, but the strong win against Arsenal and the win, even though we didn't win for nothing, else people were expecting us against the young boys in the artificial turf, that field. We only won 1-0 at the end. We got some criticism on that game, but after all, there's been now 10 games in Champions League, and Inter only got 3 goals against. So that tells you something. Has a strong defense. Good for. Oh, hi Dominic. What you?
How you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing
Hanging
good.
in there, hanging
Going
in.
on.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
can you hear
all good.
us?
Yep. Awesome. We're ready to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dom. He's a fellow Napolitan. He's a big wrestling fan, Roman Reigns.
You can see the WWE,
You can see
WWE
him
thing
on
right there.
Minke, what a setup, though. Dom, what a setup. Wow.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
No,
that's a beauty, bro.
That's a beauty, man. I have to
Thank
say.
you, man. Thank you, brothers. What are you guys talking about?
Recap
Well,
of
Pasquale
Inter,
was
right?
finishing, with Champions League. He was talking about Inter. So then I'll let Gio talk, then I'll let you talk about Inter, then I'll make it interesting at the end afterwards, bro.
All right. Well, it was nice. It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Dom. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Pasquale is
Oh,
gone.
Pasquale's out. Oh, man, nah, Jamie said, what's happening tonight? Oh my
What is
God.
happening today,
Pasquale,
guys? Reno's
I don't know. Yeah, so guys, Dom, welcome. He's a fellow Napolitan, as I said. We were talking about Inter. Okay, 1 second. Pasquale should be in. Pasquale, ma che cosa mi combini?
Io,
Hey,
io non
Pasquale,
combino niente. I'm here.
ma te ne sei andato, Pasquale?
Yeah, because I had a phone call and it cut me off.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's what
like,
happens.
Oh, you got to put on silent. My advice to you, then just... Okay, let's start. Pasquale, finish up with Inter, then I'll let Gio, then Dom, we'll let you talk about the Inter Bayern game, and then we're going to continue on. Go ahead, Pasquale.
no, it's pretty much like I said. It's those emotions that we live for. Winning is totally a different story. At the end, it's you need some luck. You need to be deve essere forte, and but seeing it in April, seeing my Inter playing in all competitions, it could only make me proud of my team, my coach, and Marotta and Ausilio, Zanetti, and everybody.
Okay, so you're you're good now, Gio. We've seen you a lot of bantering with Inter, so let's see what you got to say tonight, bro.
Hey, I mean, yes, I think I have to give Inter credit when it's due. You know, Inter did play a very, very tactical and good match, I believe, against this Bayern side. Even though I think in certain situations, I think that Bayern could have switched the situation. Kane, for example, right with that chance, I think that if he would have scored, that would have been a whole different game. But
Oh yeah.
but I think, you know, just because going into the game, I saw that there was a lot of injuries for Bayern. I kind of knew that Inter were going to try to get away with this one, and they did. They did because they capitalized on a lot of the Bayern mistakes. And no, I mean, this is not new. I think that Inter was always going to be strong in Europe. I even said that. I think in only Serie A, it's actually you know, you guys slip up a little bit in terms of I think it's because of Inzaghi's substitutions, but overall, Inter is looking definitely scary. I'm not gonna lie, definitely scary. I mean, listen, I'm praying on Barcelona now, but definitely a little bit scary for because this Inter, you never know. You never know. It's kind of reminding me of the 2010 a little bit all over again.
Well,
Because if
not really. They were really a top
well,
team.
yeah, true, but at the same time is that this team knows how to win. They've won the Scudetto, they've won trophies before, and they've had the same back line for how many years? We're talking about a little while now. So
Yeah, but they're getting tired too.
true,
They have three competitions. We'll see if they can manage to win the Scudetto and
yeah,
manage to go far, which I think they
nah,
will. They will go against Barcelona, whoever the
they
next
probably
team will
will, yeah.
be, and then we have to see from there.
Yeah, on Inter's defense, though, I must say, because yes, Bayern Munich had his injuries, but top two players were Alfonso Davies, the Canadian left back, which we
Yes,
all know a good talent, and the other one is one of the best midfielders in the world out there, which is Musiala.
Hmm.
And
Musiala.
I confirm. But Inter also had two big guns that were missing, and they were or wingers. One was Federico Di Marco, and the other one is Denzel Dumfries,
Uh-huh.
which they're a big, huge part at Inter. So we got to keep that in mind too. Then, yeah, now Bayern Munich had Upamecano and Ito also out, but we also had Taremi and Zielinski. So on that side, but but saying two big powerhouse like players, where one is DeMarco Dumfries that are not to take light-handed. They're big, they're pretty miss at Inter, and we do miss
Oh
them
yeah,
right now heavily. Yeah.
yeah, no,
I don't
exactly.
blame you.
Exactly.
I don't
No,
blame you.
exactly. No, and I was even saying about that too, Reno.
Okay.
About this Inter side. You never know. They could really surprise you out of nowhere, even without their best players.
That's
It's
what you
true.
actually said, Gio, because today you said it differently. You were giving credit to Bayern.
Hey,
You're gonna
hey,
go
no, of
through.
course. No, I was gonna get to my Bayern.
Trust me, I
Bayern.
don't want them to
No,
win
no, 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 no,
too.
no, no,
Don't
no,
get
no.
me wrong.
Listen. This is what I said. I said Bayern dominated the game, but sometimes when you dominate the game, that doesn't mean that you're always gonna win.
Yeah,
Bayern dominated the game. We all know Bayern did, especially for the majority of the match.
but Inter know how to control it.
But
Well,
That's
Inter,
for real.
exactly. But
there
that's
were
that's the
Joe,
prestige of Inter. That's the
Joe,
Go
prestige of
ahead.
Inter. That's
Joe,
their masterclass.
Joe. But I hope that's what they had to do. Inter was winning 1-0. They have to attack. They
They
have to
have
try
to.
to dominate the game. And but I was very happy that Mkhitaryan didn't lose that many balls. We played nice with Mkhitaryan on the field. He was passing the ball around, making players feel comfortable. But it's guys, it's not even close of being over. Eh? Let's put this in their head. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're already in the final." I don't know how can people say Inter already in the final. They're still
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Pascual,
Yeah.
That
I'm gonna say my piece. And then I'll let Tom go. But I do respect it. But there's a bunch of Interisti out there. They're already saying the triplete. What's so? They were so happy that Davis was interested. How can you be so happy? That's disrespectful. That one of the top players of Bayern. You cannot say that. A lot of them are being saying, even on OGW, the Italian YouTube thing. All those guys are already with the bandiera Forza Inter. Vediamo, vediamo.
not
No,
even when we won the triplete. I never thought about triplete. I always thought about the game, about winning the game. Then after when he achieves, because even that time in 2010, whoever wins between Bayern Munich and Inter was going to win the treble that day. So,
yeah.
but we weren't speaking about the trouble. We were just, if it happens, good. It's there. It happened, right? But to say it and to achieve it, it takes a long way. And for people that are saying trouble right now, I would say take it easy. Let's beat Bayern Munich first because it's only we won only first half, guys. It's 180 minutes and 90 minutes we're up 1-0. And in 1989 is a team that I remember. Nicola Berti scored a beautiful goal in Munich We won 2-0 in Bayern Munich. Then we had to come to Milano, and we lost that game 3-1. And that time there was the away goal was
Oh
times
yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So Inter got eliminated that time. So let's stay with our feet down on the ground. And yeah, calma, calma, sangue
Calma,
freddo,
calma.
ragazzi. Un
Calma.
passo alla volta. And then after, if you beat Bayern Munich, then you still have Barcelona, guys, which Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Balde. I saw them. I saw the game yesterday. I was like, wow, wow, what a team.
Yeah.
So
They're
it's, and
crazy.
I think it's stronger than even Bayern Munich. I'll tell you that.
Yes, we
Oh
have
yeah.
Anthony Buonasera, a casa tutti, gents. I'm glad we back hiring Paratici for sporting director, role at Milan. Inter fought their tails off and they earned the first leg. Credit to them. He's a Milanista who doesn't know him. He's always sportive. So, Dom, I'll let you talk, my friend. What are your thoughts about this Inter Bayern? Then we'll get a little bit of the Champions League. Then we'll talk about your lovely Napoli. You're
uh,
getting excited. I can tell. Go, my friend. Yeah, all yours.
so I didn't. I wasn't able to catch the Inter Bayern match, but I looked at the highlights and it seemed that Inter were just like, I don't know, like it was mentioned earlier. Bayern was controlling the game, and then Inter scored that goal. So Inter have an amazing record when it comes to clean sheets in the Champions League. That's something that's very important. You know what I mean? Like you guys have, I don't know, I think it's like what, like 10 clean sheets in like 12 games in a row or something like that. You guys have a lot of clean sheets. So Italian football, you're bringing that to the Champions League. Inter overall, it seems you guys got a lot of games, man. Schedule's real busy for you guys. So it looked like you guys are not the Inter of last season in the just like playing lights out, but you guys are doing enough to compete on all fronts. So me as a Napoli fan, I'm looking at you guys and I don't know how you guys are competing in the Copa, in the Champions League, and you're head of Serie A, like you're top of Serie A right now. That should be something that Inzaghi should be he should receive his flowers for that, for real. Like hopefully you guys could win something, not Serie A, but hopefully you guys could win something.
I know that's your hope, Dom, right?
Yeah, but that
Well, I
goal,
guess
that goal was crazy though, by Lautaro, right?
Yeah,
Lautaro,
Lautaro.
yeah, that one. Even
Yeah.
That was a
Fratesi was
beautiful
crazy.
goal.
That was a
Yeah, that was a
beautiful goal.
beautiful goal.
No, even the assist of Turam on the fly, like Taco with his heel, leaving it for Lautaro in the back. That wasn't a beauty. But even the way Lazione happened, right?
Yeah,
With Bastoni sending Carlos Augusto in. Carlos Augusto had a few chances, right?
yeah.
Yeah. We have Mario Potesio Interista. Hello, everyone. Pasquale, I'm sorry, I got Melon. He's acting funny. This is a question from Melon. He's too much. Pasquale, why do you support Inter? Melon, fight Bravo. Also, I'm going to put you time out tonight.
No, no, no. I remember Melon. Melon asked these questions
No,
on
because he
the
says
last
some
live.
things on the
No, no,
comments
but
here.
yeah, don't worry.
I
No,
don't
that's
like
because
it.
he didn't know us. That was when he was fresh. That was time he was
No,
fresh,
no,
Melon. And
no, no, not
then
from you. From for Dom. I'm gonna show you, Dom. You're pretty good banter. Not for such bottlers, and the season isn't over yet. Okay, Melon fight Bravo. Then I did not like this one. I'm gonna show you
That
anyways.
was a
Then
good
you
one.
can
That was
answer.
a good one.
That was a
Is
good.
he kind of like indirectly cheering for us? Is that what he's doing?
I don't
That
know, but I don't know why he said this with no respect, Pasquale. You look Dominican. Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously, man.
it's okay. It's okay. It's
Uh,
okay. Don't worry. It's okay.
okay, let's
Dominican,
continue on.
Italian, we're all.
We're all the same.
By the way, I like Dominican Republic. It's very nice, man. I had a good time there.
I went to
And shout outs to the Dominicans.
Yeah, I went to Punta Cana. That was amazing times.
It was amazing. I would like to go there, to be honest. I only went to Mexico, but I'm gonna try that next. So let's
And
continue on.
to answer that question that from Melon, right? How to
Yeah.
become inter is like
Okay, go ahead.
if probably Melon never heard that word, the padre in figlio, from father to son.
Okay.
My father was a big interista. His favorite player was Mazzola of the 1964-65 years, and then I came, and 5 years old, I fell in love with his colors and Altobelli, Rummenigge, Schivo that time. And since then, it took over. But it's because of my father and all our family. Since my father and me and all our family now are Interisti.
Well, you're lucky in that department because my mom was a Milanista, brother's Milanista. I was the only Juventino. You, Dom, how you become a Napoli? You're passionate with your lovely Napoli. Let's see your thoughts. Now we're having the discussion, then I will continue on.
So my
Go
my
ahead.
my uh my brother got me into soccer, and he's a Roma fan, and yeah,
Wow.
and I just started watching, and like how football is. There's so many clubs, it's hard to track, and I was like, I need to pick just a club and stick with it. So I always go back to my roots. Like I'm from New York, so I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm a Knicks fan. So my mom's side of the family is from Naples. So
Oh,
I asked my
nice.
brother, "Hey, is there a Naples team, or because I didn't know anything about Serie A at the time." He's like, "Yeah, Napoli." I'm like, "Well, that's it. That's my team." And I started following him. So I started following him around like 2012, 2013, I think it was. And ever since then, I've been locked in. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
Mm.
yeah, it was all through
Yeah,
Impressive,
you're.
nice.
Scudetto.
And
Actually,
I gotta give you props, Dom, because from 2012, 2013, and picking Napoli with all the teams out there. So I'm sure a lot of Napolitanis are proud to have a fan like you,
Yeah.
in
I
New
appreciate
York
it.
supporting their team. So props to you, my friend.
I
Well,
appreciate
he's
it.
gonna open a channel soon, so then you
Yeah.
can follow him on Twitter. He's on top, especially the banter. Me and him, we go crazy. We'll see later on tonight, but yeah, then
Aaron,
Gio, I think.
just to let you guys know on my Twitter, there is absolutely no love for Juventus, just letting you know. So my boy up
Well,
there,
we, on my end, there's no love with Inter and
Don't
Napoli.
worry.
Like I said, 50-50. So,
Napoli
but
for
like I
me
said,
is 50-50.
well,
50-50.
it's tough for you at Napoli because at New
Yeah.
York there's not a Napolitan. Like I told
No,
Dom
I have
earlier,
friends in Napolitan. I have that's why it's for me it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It's
oh,
50-50.
50-50.
yeah, yeah,
For
yeah.
me, 50-50 because I have
Uh,
good guys. I had to block some of them because they were really too much, which we don't talk. But I like Gigi D'Alessio, Pino Daniele, Grande Pino Daniele, Massimo Ranieri. I'm a passionate of music. The Napoli pizza, I cannot complain. So, you
I
know,
It's
mean,
the best. It's the best
come
well,
pizza in
on.
the world, bro.
yeah,
So
I
oh,
gotta say,
The
100%.
best pizza.
on my side, I gotta say, I sympathize for
Go
Napoli
ahead,
if Inter
Pasquale.
doesn't have to win the Scudetto because they're from down south, just from where I am. I'm from Reggio Calabria, for people that don't know.
Same.
Born and raised in Reggio Calabria, down south. So having a south team represent Serie A like Napoli is always fun. Plus, they had one of the best players in the world, like Diego Armando Maradona. That's how I fell in love with soccer, by liking soccer, is from a player having a. I was lucky to witness Diego Armando Maradona play,
oh
and
wow,
Yeah,
he
lucky
got me
you.
into
that's awesome.
soccer. That's how I liked soccer. And then my dad, I went to the team because of my dad. But Maradona brought me into soccer, and he was Napoli. So I gotta say, yeah, shout out to all the Napolitanis, and good luck for next year. Next year, though.
Next
Oh,
year,
next year. Oh,
we're still
really?
we're still in this year, bro.
We're gonna talk about this. I'm just gonna go to
Oh
this
yeah.
guy. This guy Milan. He's too much. I wouldn't like Juve either if I saw 8 in a row my first 8 years watching Serie A. Well, that's a pleasure. I think all of us. But I first liked Juventus watching the Champions League. Then loving Vialli, Ravanelli. I watched the Champions League with my mom when we win. She's a Milanista. She was celebrating because she's very
So
supportive.
the Melon
So
started watching you become a Juve fan from 2011, from their first out of the 9 Scudetti in a row.
I
I'm
think
guessing,
so.
maybe.
Yeah. Oh, we have super coach. Is that Italo? Italo, minchia,
Wow.
Hey.
buonasera, Italo. He's from Super Calcio. He's an interista, purtroppo, but glad to see you on, Italo. And hope that you can give us some nice questions on the chat. And oh, you still commenting? Sorry, guys. Hey, guys. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Okay, before I continue on with this Scudetto race at Napoli, I just want to touch on the latest games of the Champions League. Just a little recap. What are your thoughts about these games? Like, I was pretty impressed about the Arsenal game against Real Madrid. Like, what do you guys think? What's going to happen? Are we going to see another robbery from Real Madrid, or are we going to see Arsenal go through? Dom, what are your thoughts on the Arsenal game? Keep it short and sweet, and what
I
do you
mean,
think if
well,
they're going to go through?
they're up. They're up 3 goals on Real Madrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes.
Real Madrid, man, you could be up 5 goals on them, bro. You can never trust it, you know. But
Yeah.
Arsenal do look locked in, and I think they're gonna go through. I definitely think they're gonna go through. I think Real Madrid got slapped, and I think they're gonna score a goal or two. But I think Arsenal, they're gonna bag one, and they're gonna hopefully finally break the curse of like just like getting close and not winning it. You know, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I mean, out of the teams that are there, I like them. I like PSG as well. You know, I like
Mm-hmm.
PSG a lot.
Oh yeah, because you like Kavara, which they're playing pretty good.
Yeah, I like him a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you're not happy that he scored that. I see a
He
lot of
likes him. He likes
Napatans.
him a little. He likes him a little bit, but he misses him a lot.
yeah, I don't like how he left mid-season, bro. That's very I don't understand it. You know, you could have waited 4 months and then left. You had a chance to win a second Scudetti within 3 years. Only Maradona did that. You know, you could have made history, and you go to PSG that has won the league 12 times straight. I think it is now. There's
For
no challenger,
75 for
bro.
75 million though.
Yeah, but
Mm.
yeah. Well, we didn't even get the total worth for him. We could have sold him
No,
for a
but
hundred.
if he would have stayed more, the price would have went more down, right? So like yeah, if you would have got more if you would have sold him in the summer when the PSG offered 200 million for Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia at that
Yeah,
time. But it's okay. I guess it's all right. They made still 75 million is good. Uh,
yeah.
Ah.
Too bad
I
they
would
didn't
have.
replace him. Rightfully so though.
Yeah, I mean, he pushed for a transfer. We're getting a little bit off topic, but he pushed for a
Go ahead.
transfer right into the transfer window. So he gives the club no real time to get an adequate replacement, and then you really don't make big signings in the winter. Like clubs are overpricing. They're trying to sell us Garnacho for like 60 million. That guy's not even worth 30 right now. So
Yeah.
a lot of hiccups. But I would have rather either Gavara tell Conte, hey man, I want out last summer. I just want to leave now, or wait so the season's over. How are you gonna just leave? We're first place. We're with 6 points ahead of Inter at the time, and this guy just bounces. You know what I'm saying? I really have no. I really can't defend him on that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the Scudetto. Thank you for everything you did. I know ADL underpaid him for like 3 seasons. I get all that, but he walked away from a 5.5 million dollar pay raise. He walked out and he went to PSG. That's fine if you're all about the money. I get it, but man, you should have waited till the end of the season because the club that put you on the map, no one knew who Guevara was until he went to Napoli. So that's my take on Guevara. I wish him the best. I don't wish anything bad on him, but PSG right now, the only thing they're iffy on is their back line, their defense. But that team could attack. Like those three forwards, I don't know if you guys caught that game, but I mean,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
I
Yeah.
know it's Aston Villa, but still, like those guys were looking heavy.
Yeah. We have Super Coach Conte. Conte's coaching style is not for everyone. But then he says something that I even talked to you about, Dom. Not everybody is ADL's biggest fan. He says Napoli's make his enemies
Mm.
ADL. But I don't know, Dom. You gotta
I
answer with
disagree there.
discretion.
I disagree. I
Yeah, you
disagree
had
there with Italo
yeah,
there.
I
Biggest
yeah.
enemy.
Pascal, aspect. Why do you like De Laurentiis so much? Nobody likes this guy. Like, I just don't understand why. Yeah, you
Are
like
you
him so much.
kidding me? Are you kidding
I mean,
me?
look at the resume. Look what he's done since he took over Napoli. Serie C, didn't even own a name. Took him all the way from that to constant Champions League nights. Never fell into any financial, issues. He's done everything. Like, he's not perfect, but he's done everything right so far. And yeah, he's a little bit stingy. Keep him away from the mic
Yes.
because he's horrible. Like, you can't have that
Yeah.
guy should not be talking in public. But you know, overall, except for after we won the Scudetto, he did a horrible job. After we won the Scudetto, he didn't replace Kim. He didn't replace
That's what I'm saying.
Spalletti. He didn't get a sporting director. But other than that, tell me any other time that ADL has dropped the ball. There's been no other time. I mean, we've always been in the Champions League throughout 2012 till now. I think we missed the Champions League 2 years. That's something Inter and Milan and Juventus can't say. And I'm not trying to compare Napoli to those
No, no, I
clubs,
get it.
but if we're talking about the owner with the budget that he has, with the revenue that he has, not owning a stadium, for God's sakes, he doesn't even own a training center. The only assets that ADL has for Napoli is the value of the players. Doesn't have any investors to pour money into it if they get into trouble. I mean, come on. Like, the guy, I think he's basically doing a really good job until he decides to sell the club to someone that has deeper pockets. But as of right now, like, I mean, you sell Mertens, you sell Koulibaly, you sell Ospina. That time I was like ADL out. You know what I'm saying? But then what did he do? Gets Gavara. Osimhen's out there balling. Lobotka is looking like one of the top midfielders in Europe. And we win a Scudetto. He's the owner that brought us a Scudetto after 33 years. I mean, the resume speaks for itself. That's my opinion.
Uh, we have Severino. He's a New York guy. I think you remember him, Tom. Ciao, ragazzi, don't listen to Insigne. Stop already.
Oh, yo, that's my
He
boy.
was pissed.
That's my boy.
Yeah,
That's my boy from
Severino, the New York
AJC,
boy.
right?
Yeah, the AGC, yes, he's on my channel too, yeah. He
Yo,
was
man,
mad when I told him about ADL, that you like ADL. He's a Napolitano too, so say
who?
your
This guy?
thoughts, Severino. Yeah, Severino, yes. Oh, but you're getting excited. Then who we have here? Okay, that's it. So, Pascal, you say your thoughts. Then Joe, I'll let you
About
say your thoughts
yeah.
at
Okay.
DL. Yeah,
About the
go ahead.
Okay, about the Champions League. To
We'll
finish
go to
up with the
Champions
Champions
League,
League.
then we'll go on.
Yes, 3-0 Arsenal. Two beauty of a goals. His two first goals in free kicks. Goals for Declan Rice. The first one, beauty, beautiful. A la Roberto Carlos, but Roberto Carlos shot externo with the heel, and he got it from the inside. The second one was I don't know, a la Roberto Baggio, a la Gianfranco Zola, one of those beauty bender like Beckham, but now I think it's bender like Rice because the second was just a beauty,
Rice,
man.
yeah,
It was
that was a beauty.
yeah,
One and after another. Those were beautiful.
one and after another, and then you see Courtois. That again is one of the best goalies in the world. He shorted again in that game because Arsenal. There was at one point he did 3 shots. He saved 3 shots in 4 seconds to save that, and then Merino makes the 3-0. But I still don't throw him out. I think at the end of the first half in Madrid is going to be up 2-0, and then the legs are going to start shaking, and probably Real Madrid will tie it, and they'll go to extra time, and then it's up for grabs on penalty shot that game maybe. But Inter and Real Madrid, I still think they're the same level. PSG with that beautiful goal by Kvaratskhelia, what beautiful of a goal. But even Doe, that guy Doe did a nice one under the crossbar. and Mendes scoring with 2 minutes left to make it 3-1 and two goal advantage. That was huge for PSG because now they have to go Villa Park. A 2-1 was still open, so I think PSG will take the better hand of it on that one. And obviously Barcelona yesterday, amazing. They lack a little bit on defense, yes, but Koundé and Balde are still good. But up front, they're scary. They're super scary. Rafinha and Yamal are for Ballon d'Or next year, more than Vinicius Junior. Even though Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, and Bellingham could turn it around, I still think with Arsenal. And Madrid fans still know it. It's scary to be down 3-0, but if there's a team that can turn it around, it's Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Go ahead, Reno.
No, I'll talk about Real Madrid. Like few people know who follows me, I do like Real Madrid when they're in the Champions League whatsoever. But I did not like Real Madrid with what happened with Atletico Madrid. So let's hope they don't pull Robert in. Now people can disagree if he didn't touch it twice. For me, he did not touch because Atletico Madrid deserved the win. So let's hope at the Bernabeu, because we all know what happens there. Yes, Real Madrid never underestimated. We've seen it with Man City, with Liverpool, PSG that one time.
Everyone.
3-2, they're losing.
With
Yeah, so
Juventus, with Juventus.
Okay, Juventus, yeah. Let's start with Juventus. We all know that. But this Real Madrid, it's not like the same Real Madrid. So let's just wait and see. And to answer Napoli Nations, welcome on the channel.
Yeah,
you like more than one.
that's my boy, by the way, Dan. So
Dan?
he came by, yeah, because I sent out the link. So that's
Oh, he
my
has a
boy,
YouTube
Dan.
channel?
No. He has a Twitter. His name is
Oh, Twitter.
yeah.
Dan.
I'll pass it over to you. But his name is Dan Bowen. He's a real cool guy.
I think
Hardcore
I've seen
Napoli
him
fan.
on your comments. Yeah, if you appreciate those, you're
That's
more than
him.
welcome to subscribe my channel. Trust me, I don't say that much about Napa. I don't go against him. When Don gives me a hard time, I go back. But you're more than welcome. But we did talk about Carrara, so and Gio, say your piece. Then we'll continue.
Yeah, no, this PSG, and not just that, but even Arsenal, very impressive. Very, very impressed by these two teams, especially Arsenal. Getting that win against Real Madrid, I think, was a big surprise. Even though I felt like that Real Madrid, with the superstars and the egos that they have in the locker room, you kind of expect them to, be shaken. And I think that for sure that Arsenal, of course, deserved that win against Real Madrid. I mean, those two free kicks from Mr. Declan Rice, Rice baby. That's what they're saying now.
Bro, that was insane.
Yeah,
that was insane. That free
oh
kick,
my
man.
God, man, both of them, they were just beautiful, I have to say. And props to Arsenal again. Clap up to Arsenal because, like, wow, that was like, and it was also in front of Roberto Carlos. I think somebody mentioned that in the chat too, which was funny. So no, I mean, no, but overall, I think that if there's a team to come back, I mean, I still would not rule out Real Madrid, even if it's 3-0 down, because it has happened before. It has happened before where teams can come back. So
Chelsea, PSG,
so many teams.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with that club, bro. But it doesn't matter. Players come and go, but it seems like they have this like
DNA,
this
man.
aura to them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're so, I don't know what it is, man, but they'll come back, and it doesn't matter who's on the team. Like Ronaldo's gone, you know what I'm saying? Like that squad is gone, but then I know they got money, they're buying the best players, but still they're down 3-0. You're thinking it's over, and everyone's thinking, yo, there's a possibility they'll come back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
exactly. And then that's the scary part. And that's the scary part for Arsenal fans, right?
Yeah.
And but it's scared, for me as a Juventino, it's scared, of course, me when we had to verse them, because it's like, you already know how Real Madrid is. It's like it's never new,
Never gonna end.
And it's probably gonna happen when Napoli goes up against Real Madrid one day as well. It's the same thing. Because it's like they've done it before. It happened
to us last season. No, yeah, because we were in the Champions League, believe it or not, and like we were up on them, and then all of a sudden, this one dude, what's his name? The midfielder, Valverde.
Valverde, yeah.
Yeah, he came in, scored a banger. it went through Merritt's gloves, hits
Oh, I remember.
the
Yeah,
bar,
yeah,
hits him in the head,
Hey,
and goes,
that game,
"Come on, man,
yeah. I
that
remember
game,
that.
that game, if I recall correctly, with Real Madrid Napoli, Nico
Mhm.
Paz came in and scored. Nico Paz, he plays at Como right now,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yo, and
and
telling you,
that kid is so good, bro. Oh
yes,
my
that
god,
guy,
what
yeah,
I would do to sign that kid.
yeah. No, no, he's definitely underrated too. But and then
That's
not just
Yeah.
that. Yeah, go ahead, Don. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's another thing. They have so many kids around the world. They got that one winger at Sociedad that I would
Hmm.
love to sign him.
Mm.
Kupo,
Yeah.
the kid. That kid's crazy. Buyback clause. If you want to get him, you gotta it's like a $40 million release clause, and then it's like a buyback clause. All these players that they have on loan or whatever, they're like Real Madrid could just
Everything.
buy them whenever they want. They can just take them whenever they want. So greedy, this
Which
club,
is
bro.
crazy, which is crazy to me, and
Yeah.
that's why I always say that I always despise Real Madrid because they always have something. It's like
But
it's always something about them.
Mm-hmm.
But about
1 second,
PSG,
boys.
uh-huh.
Go. Sorry, go ahead, Gio. Then I
Yeah.
go.
No, about PSG, I am very impressed with the mentality of this team. That this season, especially from all the past PSG teams, I honestly think that this PSG could win the Champions League this season. With Kvara coming in too, now this kid
Dembele.
Dembele is what has been on fire this season. Barcola as well, and after that they got this new kid as well, Due, that scored a banger against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
It's even if they go 1-0 down against an Aston Villa, Liverpool, they managed to come back, and what they did against Liverpool is unbelievable.
Yeah.
People were were already writing them off when they were going to go to Anfield, because we all know it's the same thing with Anfield, right? People say, "Oh, this and that, the ground." Guess what? PSG showed resilience and they played their game. And that's what I
Yeah.
see the difference with PSG this season. They're more of a team. They're more compact as well. Yes, I could say things about their defense. There's things that they think they need to work on, but also they won without Marquinhos, which is actually their starting center back too. So
Mhm.
that's pretty impressive, I have to say. And
Well,
in my opinion,
PSG
mhm.
beat even Man City too before,
Yeah,
so
but I mean, yeah, but Man City this season hasn't been even up to par. I mean, they lost to us, They lost to Juve, so and
yeah. So
we're not good this season. So,
so
um, in terms of that though, I think that with the PSG, I still think that they will get to the final. I think that they will get to the final because they're
Yeah.
playing as a team. They finally have a manager, Luis Enrique, that knows how to win in this competition, which is very, very important. I think in terms of in this competition with this type of team that hasn't even won the competition before, that has really no history in terms of winning it. This is the guy to lead it. I mean, you could say the same thing goes with Barcelona, right? Barcelona, the way that they've been playing this season under Hansi Flick is unbelievable as well. Because I
yeah.
watched their game as well. I was watching their game as well when I was actually at a restaurant. Well, I had one with the PSG game, and then I was watching at the bar over there at one of the restaurants, and I was just watching. It was so
Nice.
funny to see. Unbelievable though.
They have an average goal of 3 goals per game. They scored
Yeah,
84 goals in
exactly,
31 games
Yeah,
right
you
now.
gotta be careful with
exactly,
Barcelona if you go against them,
exactly.
Pasquale. They're
Nah,
gonna be
Well,
but
they gotta
tough.
watch out.
Reno,
But
no,
Barcelona has to watch out with us too because we only
yeah,
conceded 3 goals in all
I
competition in
know,
the Champions League.
but
So
this
yeah.
Barcelona is
Watch
pretty
out.
tough, bro.
Hey,
So
Barino,
we'll
we
see.
all said that about 2010, and guess what? Inter, Marino,
Yeah,
even though that team was good, even
it's
though that
better
team
not
was
to
a good
jinx
team.
it. Then they're gonna win. So I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather not do that again. Uh,
So one more thing, guys. I got Justin here. Statesta di Gazzo. Uh, Rino, not true Juventino rooting for Real Madrid. I did not say just Champions League. I do like Ancelotti, but I'm not gonna go crazy with Real Madrid. You're not a true Juventino, Manji. This fucking guy. Let's see. And he calls me Rimbata Frittata Pistacchio. See, you don't even know how to spell Italian, bro. Vergogna. Then we got Tony Roastbeef. Oh, Real winning.
oh,
Okay,
Real
everybody
winning.
says
Oh,
yeah, yeah, we'll see. Then Napoli. Oh boy. Okay, let's go on.
oh no.
Juve not good this season. How about last several seasons?
Yeah, you
Hey,
went.
buddy,
Hey,
you
hey,
want to
calm
start this?
down. Take it
You want to
easy.
start
Hey,
this?
listen,
Hey,
listen, listen. One
where were
Scudetto,
you
you guys
guys in
come
the
out of your
past?
cave. Listen,
Nah, nah, nah,
listen.
nah, nah,
One
nah, nah.
Scudetto, you guys come out of your cave. What happened?
Oh
Minchia.
boy, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, so I got
Listen,
a question.
buddy.
I got a question. I got a question for you guys. I got a question.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead. Then I start. We're gonna get
I
things
got a
started up
question.
here.
So
Okay.
when you guys came in and like stole our sporting direct, you guys were like popping champagne bottles. Who Juventus is back? He's gonna balance the books. We're gonna make amazing signings. BB boom boom bam. Right?
Well,
And what happened? What happened?
well, he
They
balanced
Mota,
did
the
we got
amazing
books. He
signing.
balanced
Mota.
the
They did
books.
amazing
Mota.
signing.
We
Yo,
balanced
They
the
did
books.
amazing.
But yeah,
he
yeah,
he
exactly.
he he cut he balanced the books a little bit, but him and Mota, like, they did a horrible job together.
Yes,
I mean, I
exactly.
think we
I
could
agree with
agree,
you.
right?
I agree with you. I agree with
You
you.
guys thought, when you guys got Mota and you guys got Guntoli, you guys
Truthfully.
thought Champions League, contending for
Not
Serie
us, not
A,
me. No,
you
no,
No
no,
know,
no,
Champions
no,
League.
everything,
no.
No
everything is
Champions League.
No, no,
nice.
hold on a second.
No,
No, no,
Dom.
no, no.
No
I
Champions
don't
League. No
think.
Champions League, Dom.
No, no, hold on
Yeah.
a second there, Dom. I don't think you watch my
No,
videos.
no, no.
Yes, I was happy about Juntli because hearing his story that he was a Juventus whatsoever. But if you watch my videos recently, I'm not really happy with Juntli. Even
Yeah.
when Motta came, I never said the
Champions
Scudetto.
League.
What you could tell Gio, you could tell Pasquale, even Severino. I never
Yeah.
said. Most Juventini did, but then they realized
Okay,
after.
okay.
Because I did
No,
give
no.
credit to Mota because I didn't want to hear the so-called Allegriani, because it's funny. Nobody said nothing bad about Allegri, but then they all went off of Mota, the Curva Sud, Pezzo di Merta. That was
Listen,
harsh aspect.
listen.
That was way beyond. But then we have to be realistic. With the first time losing to 4-0 in home with Atalanta, PSV, all these bad things that Mota did, he passed Allegri's records. I'm sorry. So, but go ahead, Dom. Then I'll continue. Then we'll let
I was
Pasquale
gonna
talk.
say,
Yeah.
like, the worst thing you guys did was, I wouldn't say replacing Allegri was the worst move, but replacing Allegri with Mota, that was a downgrade. I think we all could agree on that. Mota is not ready for that job. He had a
Well,
good
that was
season with
Giuntoli's
Bologna,
fault.
huh?
That was Giuntoli's fault. He won because we're supposed to
Pero
get.
bro, let's be real. All you Juventus fans wanted Mota. Let's be real. All
Yeah,
you
because we
Juventus
want
fans
to
wanted
expect.
Mota.
Yes, but hold on a second. Hold on. I wanted Mota because we have Mr. John Elkan is not going to spend big money. Elkan wanted Conte, but Junta did not want him.
Hmm.
You know why? Because he didn't want Conte to control the situation. But then
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get rid of Mota, and then you say, "I feel ashamed." Like, what kind of this guy? What kind of thing you're doing here? Like, let's be real. You know.
I
So
agree.
Juve
I agree.
yeah.
mediocrity started. It started when Beppe Marotta left, bro. It started when Beppe Marotta left.
Yeah,
That's
when
where.
when
That's
he
where Juve
yeah,
were.
and look what he's doing already.
Yeah.
That goes to show, right?
It's true.
That goes to
And
show.
that's another thing. Maldini, he could have done what Marotta's doing at Inter. He could have done at Milan, and they fired him. That's what happens when you get these American owners. They don't know nothing about the culture. They don't know nothing about Italian football. That's why.
Well, trust
That's
me, me
another
and
thing. That's
Gio, like
another
most
thing.
Juventini, we're not happy with
Yeah,
Elkan.
we're
That's
not
what
happy
we
with
want
Elkan. Yeah.
with Agnelli. We go on. I know a lot of
There's no
so-called
ambition.
Juventini. They
No ambition.
defend Elkan, but
Yeah,
we'll
and
see what
and, and
happens.
Yeah.
Well, Reno, on Alcon's defense, he only almost put 1 million euros in the last 6 years
No,
to Juventus. Say
hold on. I
that's big
understand.
money.
No, nobody said that. But where is Elkan? After all this shit happened, he didn't do nothing, first of all. But then when things got worse, then he fires Mota. Uh, we want to talk about 2006. He cleans his hands. He puts us in Serie B. And after all this shit, he didn't want to fight. He just cleans his hands. And now he's talking
Yeah.
to
Well, he
Agnelli.
did fight. Juventus fought for 17 years for that to get it back. They just stopped in
Yeah, but Elkan,
2021.
it was Agnelli fighting, not Elkan.
Agnelli. It was Agnelli. Yeah.
Not Elkan. Elkan doesn't care. Elkan's worried about the Ferrari. What the Ferrari's doing. Fuck all. Straight up. So, you know, And why he's talking to Agnelli right now? There are rumors, even my sources, even Alberto said it,
Yeah.
that he's talking to Agnelli. So there's a
Well, they're
reason
saying that
why.
he's gonna come back. They're saying that he's gonna come back now.
I hope he
Well,
does.
guys,
I
if
hope he.
Agnelli comes back, I'm afraid Conte is not gonna be close
Nope.
because
Well,
there's some
no.
friction over
No,
there
but
between.
No,
they
it's
made
resolved. It's
peace.
resolved. They made peace. Yeah.
It's resolved.
Yeah. No, it is.
Okay.
So
All right.
No, it is. It is actually. It is.
You think
you see, Tom?
You think Conte just forgets about things, huh? You think that guy's just gonna be like, oh yeah, all
Hold
right,
on. If you
okay.
remember last year,
No,
Conte was at the.
Conte wants to go back.
Conte
Trust me.
wants to go
I
back
think
to Juve. Conte wants
Conte
to go back
wants
to
to
Juve.
back.
I know he does, but you know that bridge was burned once, and there's always gonna be, there's always gonna be that I don't think they're gonna completely trust one another ever again. And I think Conte wants to go back now because he's not there. That's what I think. I think he wants to go back
No,
now because
but
he's
since
not. He's
last
not.
year he wanted to come back. He was
Yeah,
even at the
yeah.
100 years. Everybody
All
can
right.
complain about Conte, but Conte's a true Juventino. And Pasquale
Yeah,
remembers il famoso cinque maggio when Conte said Io Godo when we went scrapped the Scudetto. So no offense, Pasquale, but
No, no.
so
But that's why I dislike him big time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
these are the trophies that Juve fans talk about now. It's like, you guys need Conte to win. You guys Inter needs Marotta for Inter to win. They need Marotta. These are the things they brag about now because they're not winning no more Scudetti no more. So that's all they got to talk
No,
about, right?
well, with Inter they needed Conte. You guys will see if you're going to win with Conte. So you had Spalletti, yes, but then after that, what happened? Dom. You guys talk about us, but what about you guys? You always talk about us. I told you today, you guys made a statue, Juve Merta, at Napoli. Like, what are we talking about here?
We always talk about you guys because you guys are so loud, bro. Like right now,
Okay, what about
like
you
right now
guys?
you're
You guys
screaming.
are
Right now you're
calm.
screaming.
Hey, because, I'm saying the truth here. Positana,
What do you mean?
una
Juventus fan
bellezza.
talk-
You go to, you
talking
go,
about truth.
oh, come on, bro.
Juventus fan?
Really? I always talked about the
Conte
truth.
doesn't
Don't
want
even
to go to
start with
Juve.
me,
No, he
dumb.
does. No, he does want to go to Juve. No, Conte does, guys. There's
No,
so
no,
many.
no. I know he
there's so many
does.
rumors, yeah.
No, listen.
No, somebody in the chat said that. Somebody in the chat said that. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
Napoli
yeah.
Nation,
So
sure.
listen, this is
You
what
wish
this is
that
what I
not
think.
going to happen.
Hold on, this is what I
Okay.
think about Conte.
Go ahead. I'll go
Let's
through
be
the
real.
comments.
Let's be real here, like banter aside and all that aside. Let's be real. Damn, my
Mhm.
camera's messing up, bro. Hold on. Yeah, so let's be real.
Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
Conte right now, yeah, he loves Juventus. Yeah, I mean, he would love to come back eventually, but I don't think that love is enough for him to abandon a project right now with Napoli because simply like there's love for for his club.
He did it at
Napoli
Inter.
huh?
He did it at Inter. He only stayed at
Yeah.
Inter for what? 2 seasons. That's it.
Yeah, but he didn't go straight. He didn't go to Juventus.
Well, of course. No. Of course, he took it.
Yo, he left.
He went to the Premier League.
Yeah, he left because he thought the club was no longer going with the way he wanted things to go. We
are not competitive anymore since we had to sell Hakimi. So he didn't think we were competitive. We're gonna be competitive anymore for his standards.
Yeah, exactly. So he's the club is making certain moves, selling players right after they won the Scudetto. So it was like that. He had an issue with that. Now,
not selling players, selling a player, which was Achraf Hakimi, which is on PSG right now. It was only one player.
Yeah.
We sold them for 75 million, just like Cavaschella. Napoli did with Cavaschella, and he abandoned ship. He did like Schiattino with the cruise when he was the first one to jump ship and leave everybody floating. And right after, Lukaku followed with Oriali and Pintus, the preparatore of the players. So he just left us for dead, and with 7.5 million of in his pocket too, because we had to pay him an extra half a year because he was going to make 13 million if he would have stayed. But he decided to go on TV and then to go back to Tottenham to be Prince Charming. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Usually, when you leave Inter, it doesn't work out for players or coaches. Lately, but
the difference I see with Napoli though is we have according to ADL, right? He's the one that publicly said this. We have about 150 to 200 million dollars ready for the transfer market. So Conte's looking at that, and Mana is really he's already out there. Like he was in London, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at players, and these are players that Conte wants. Fratesi for 40 million. That's a Conte signing. Like that's not. I've been following my club forever. ADL would never pay 45 million for Fratesi right now. But he's doing it, or he's looking to do it to keep Conte happy because he wants to keep Conte. He's not an idiot, right? Look what Conte has done with this Napoli side that has the thinnest bench out of the top 6. The thinnest bench. Thank God we play once a week. Well, thank God we played once a week, because if we were competing in 3 competitions, we'd be sitting back with Milan right now. I guarantee.
Yeah.
We just don't have the bench, bro. We got to be real. The winter transfer market, we didn't do anything. We
That's
some
a big
fillers,
mistake.
some fillers, right? But now, and Conte's not happy about that. Obviously, that's why he said that at the end of the season he wants to sit with ADL and talk about it because he wants guarantees. So if the club could make him feel that warm and fuzzy feeling and make some signings, he'll stay. And that's my take. That's my opinion. I could be wrong because Conte does have he has a reputation of leaving, right? You know, you're an Inter fan. You're a Juventus fan. All you guys, look at this. All you guys in the room have been there. So this is Conte's reputation, right? So I know there's a possibility of him leaving now, but I'm seeing like 150 to 200 million on the table, and the club is willing to just like make you happy because you
plus keep in mind, Dominic, keep in mind that he has a 3-year contract signed, eh? So that's
I don't believe in contracts, bro. I don't.
Yeah, but he can leave any time. But the contract he can leave any time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a contract, but with coaches, man, how many times we seen coaches leave before their contract's up? It's not like players, you know what I'm saying? There's no release clause, there's none of that stuff. But we have the money. Now, are we gonna use the money to make Conte happy? That's what remains to be seen.
And correctly as well.
And correctly. Well, the thing is that if Conte is this guy, if Conte is,
it's true. He's right though, Severino.
Oh, yeah. You seen ADL's bank account? You know he's pocketing in it, bro.
But that's the reality, man. That's how he deals with things.
Nonsense.
Okay, nonsense. Here we go.
Yeah,
can handle the truth.
And you guys want to talk about financial corruption? You guys really want to talk
about financial corruption? No.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Like your buddies over here saying, we don't have, but we'll buy you in Napoli tutta la Santa Casa Re. Ragazzi che dici tu? Ma che hai tu? Che corruption? Sta che corruption?
Fucking sitting
That's the excuse you guys said. Ruba. Ma che cazzo dici ruba? You talk about us, talk about Napoli. But what about you guys? Give me a break, Dom, please. You guys are brutal,
Dominic, the thing about Conte, what I didn't like at all, because he said he came to Napoli and he grabbed Napoli and he's doing a miracle being in second place, which for me, sorry, doing a miracle is getting like a team like Udinese, Torino, and bring Genoa and bring it to Champions League. Napoli had 8th, 11th over the Scudetto players, the one just a year ago. And okay, yes, some players went out, but Buongiorno is an amazing center defender. McTominay, we saw how he showed up. Neres, he's been injured, but he's a good winger. So the players are there and playing once a week and saying it's a miracle what he's doing. I don't agree. It's good from getting him for 10th and second place. That's what he did. His job is okay. But miracles are way total different story. What miracle is what Ranieri did with Leicester, if we want to talk it. But no, I don't think. I think Napoli is up there. I said at the beginning of the season, Inter is a favorite because whoever wins the Scudetto for me is the contender. So has to be. I put Napoli and Juventus and Atalanta, and so far they're still there. What I said at the beginning of the season, but for him to sing, it's a miracle when you do a one a week, and then you show up. You don't show up second half against Bologna or against Inter. His game he still didn't show. because he plays with 3-5-2. Napoli is using a 4-3-3 sometimes with Politano and Neres and Lukaku up front. He was never used to changing modally, let's say, and
Yeah.
that he's still slowed down. I believe that Napoli is in hunger to score goals, because if Napoli doesn't score 2 goals, it's always afraid to get caught up, just like it happened to Udinese, Venezia, Lazio. Napoli had a horrible month of February, which kept Inter alive, because they could have killed the season there, but they did a mistake to keeping Inter alive, and that's why we're now where we are. Those 3 points, which is Scudetto aperto still, but I
Yeah, it
don't think it's
is.
a miracle what he did. I think Napoli is still a good team, and not to be underrated though, like
So
Conte has.
Go
so
ahead, Don.
so to address that, right? If you look at our starting 11, you're correct. I mean, Osimhen and Gavara played a huge role in us winning the Scudetto. They're gone.
Even Kim Min Jae.
Yeah. So we have the only one we have in the front is Politano. Do I have to say anything more about Politano? The guy he's nothing inspirational. The midfield, the only one missing from the midfield is Zielinski. He's on your team now. So
Yeah,
we
but you have
Lobotka.
McTominay.
We have but hold on. We have Lobotka and Anguissa, right?
They were
Then
there
the
for the
back,
Scudetto.
yeah. So we have those two. So we have Politano, them two. There's 3 players there, right there, right? Then in the back line we have Di Lorenzo, Ramani, and Oliveira. Okay.
At Buongiorno. No.
Yeah, but Buongiorno wasn't part of
Oh
the
yeah. For that, yeah. And
Yeah.
Meret was there though. Meret, the goalie, was there as well.
Yeah, Meret was there. But let's be honest, Meret didn't have to do much that season because Kim and Ramani, that was a center back duo that was incredible. So Meret didn't have to do that much. That's why we saw Meret struggle last season, because we didn't have that back line. We were just horrible. Now, you're right about that. We have a good amount of those players. Now, where I see that Conte pulled miracles was when we lose Buongiorno for 2 months and he brings in Juan Jesus.
Which he played good. He was doing good. He won 5 games with Juan Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That to me that speaks a lot of volume, because not even Spalletti during that Scudetto season trusted Juan Jesus. He dropped the ball many times when he was called upon. Conte brings in Juan Jesus, and this guy's looking like a top center back in Serie A. I don't know how he did it. I just don't know.
That's the Conte effect.
Yeah,
Conte
we lose Gavara. Gavara mid-season, we lose, and we're still behind you guys by 3 points, brother. That to me is
no.
That to me is that's a miracle. That's a miracle to me. That's crazy to me. Who was another guy that went down? Who did he bring back too? That he just came back, and he I can't remember what player, but bring in someone like Spina in, and Spina being effective. Oh, when we lost Neres, Oliveira, and Spina, that's our left side completely. We lost them to injuries, right? So what does Conte do? He goes to a 3-5-2. We never played that formation ever, and we're not looking as flashy as we did, but we're still pulling off results. And this is Napoli, bro. This is a team that mentally, in situations like this, if they don't have the right coach, they crumble. Look what happened with us with Sarri.
Yeah, but Dom,
Ancelotti couldn't do nothing.
The last time I saw
Conte is a big chunk of why we're here right now. He is.
Yeah,
He's a
100%.
Dominic, but the last time I saw Napoli flashy was with Sarri and Spalletti. I still haven't seen Napoli flashy with Antonio Conte this year. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Spalletti used to score 6 goals to Ajax, 4 to Liverpool. That time,
it was a nice that year.
And I'm saying that. I'm saying flashy because compared to now, we're we can't even play two good halves, right?
Mm.
So listen, I'm gonna give you a good example, right? When we played Milan, right? First half, we did it phenomenal, right? Conceição notices that we're dominating them. So in the 45th minute, he brings in his subs. Those subs came in, Leal, they came in and they changed the game around. Who did we bring in? We brought in Masoki. We brought in guys that did not. We don't have the bench to turn things around. They don't bring the spark. You know, like Inter has that. Juventus has that. Milan has that. Man, even Lazio has that. Atalanta has that. We don't have that. If you look at our bench,
Lazio. No, Napoli is way better than Lazio. I think
Yeah.
as a roster.
well,
Juventus, yes, have a little roster, but they also had the Champions League to play for.
Yeah.
Milan
That's
were in
another
Champions
thing.
League.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Juventus, Napoli, they brought in Gilmore, they brought Billing, they brought Okafor, but still, if Conte doesn't like them, he's not going to play him. He plays with
And-
his 12, 13 players that he has. And Billing, basically, he got him to score to Inter. That's what I always say to people. Billing only came to score.
Billing is amazing. Billing is amazing, bro. Like this
But
kid
he doesn't
is
give him
like,
space.
Yeah.
yeah, but McTominay, amazing in the beginning of the season, mid-season, but the guy is a ghost now, bro. He has not scored. He hasn't done nothing for like the last fifth. Don't quote me here, but I think 5-6 games. He hasn't done anything. So
Dominic, the only big, sorry to interrupt you. I won't after this. I promise.
no, it's okay.
The biggest
That's why
mistake.
we're here. That's why we're here.
Yes, for me the biggest thing that's missing Napoli is a Osimhen, is a striker.
Yes.
Lukaku is not the Lukaku that Conte had at Inter 3 years ago.
No.
Way long gone.
Yeah.
He's the Lukaku that Roma had last year. That's what I see. And that being said, he scored 6 goals and 7 assists. Between goals and assists, I think he's there with Leao maybe, but maybe more than Leao. But he's not that Osimhen. With Osimhen right now, I think Napoli would have been 5 points ahead of Inter. Today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something here, and I speak for myself. I don't speak for all Napoli fans, but for me, I love Gavara and everything.
Okay.
But for me, the most impactful player on that team was Osimhen. You know, Gavara gets double teamed. He got shut down since March. That Scudetto season, he got shut down in March. They just knew how to play him. You know, the coaches figured him out. They just double teamed him. Then you got Politano on the other side, so they're not going to really pay attention to him. But Osimhen, man, Osimhen was unstoppable. Osimhen was balling in Napoli before Gavara got there, and we got close to contending to you guys for the Scudetto when it was just Osimhen. So losing Osimhen, I would, if I could pick between Gavara and Osimhen, I would have switched out Gavara and I would have taken Osimhen. I would have Neres, Osimhen, and Politano, because we can't get rid of him. But I think
remember Lozano too. When Lozano was there, Politano used to play the last 15 minutes. He used to come in for Lozano the last 15 minutes.
And you know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you something about my fan base, bro. Not all of them, like not Dan. Dan is a Lozano supporter, but I'm gonna tell you a big chunk of our fan base was tired of Lozano, and I understand he was making $5 million a season, and the guy wasn't producing after Gattuso. But they were just like, "Oh, we're so done with Lozano. Put in Politano, and now the only thing they got is Politano. That's the only thing we got." And now I got Napoli fans, friends of mine, being like, "Yo, I miss Lozano now."
That's how it happens with the fans. Yeah, your buddy Dan here is pretty funny, but based on his comments, it's pretty funny.
But I think after I gotta say this is the best season that I've seen Politano though at Napoli. He's been he picked up the pace. He doesn't have Lozano now anymore. He had Lindstrom last year that was like one of the biggest flops. He never played with Garcia, no with Mazzarri or Calzona. That Lindstrom, in fact, now he's away, and it's Politano by himself on that right flank. But I gotta say, Politano this year he's been picking up the pace a lot for Napoli.
Bro.
Something I was expecting for Lukaku to do, which he still hasn't.
So like 70% of what Politano's work is off the ball. It's things that you don't see. Like that last game that we played against against Bologna, he tracked back and blocked this shot, and that looked like a shot that was going to go into goal. Those are the little things that we don't see because we want Politano to score, right? But that's not the only like he's not
work
that
rate.
guy.
His work rate was impressive.
His work rate, yeah, and he gets slandered a lot, but Conte continues to play him for a reason, right? Conte's not just throwing him out there because
because he gets the best out of him in terms of defensively. That's but that's what Conte wants, right? He's a demanding manager, and this is what he does. He comes into teams like, for example, Juve, Inter, even Napoli, right? And I bet you, imagine if he went to AC Milan the way that they're doing right now, he could change that team, especially with the start that they have. I'm telling you, because
AC Milan,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. AC Milan, yeah, because they have the quality players too. Imagine a manager
with
like
those
Conte.
players.
I'm telling you, because Conte is that type of guy. He's that type of guy that would demand you get the best out of your players, no matter what team. I think the only team where I'm like, okay, is Tottenham, which he tried.
Yeah.
But
if I'm worried about a team picking up Conte, I would be worried about Milan.
Okay,
because they have the quality.
Yep.
Like that team, like Conte could switch that team around. Like imagine Theo.
But Milan has to spend money. They're not going to spend money on Conte.
Get out. They got everything. Abraham. They got the guy Jimenez. They got everybody.
That's okay.
They need the right manager. They need the right manager.
Guys, here's the thing about Milan. Well, first of all, I thank Ibrahimovic, and I give long live Ibrahimovic at AC Milan, because if he's there, Conte's not there just because of Ibra, because he wants to be the real chief of the situation. And there's only one rooster in the Pollaio, let's say. And if Conte comes there, he knew he has to just look like a figurine, Ibra, if Conte would have came. But like Reno was saying, if Conte, Milan didn't want to spend 6 million, but now they really had to spend it because they had to give 2.5 to Fonseca. They're giving another 2 to Conceição. So basically, now they reached the money that they could have gave Conte. But like I said, Milan, they buy Jimenez from Feyenoord for 40 million. And who goes through? Feyenoord goes through, Milan stays home. And now Jimenez doesn't even play. There's Abraham and Jovic plays.
They did a lot of bad choices.
For Jovic to play, that tells you a lot.
It's very bad.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, let me continue on the chat. This is for you, Dom, because your friend here. It's pretty funny. Politano
he's on fire.
Swap minutes with Ronaldo. Yeah, he's on fire with Juventus. Then he has Politano hasn't been better this year versus Scudetto year. His defense was good, but not lately. He's up and down, Politano. Un granché, but to each their own. But what else he has to say? Okay. This is like going, bro. I will hate to be a Milan fan right now. Well, everybody does, bro. Everybody, but don't get too excited because you have to see if you still win the Scudetto. Then you get a little bit too hyped up here on the chat. Conte goes to Milan next.
You should have him up here one of these days, man. You and him.
I will have him up. I'll say the way it is. I'm not afraid. But the shouldn't say by Juventus that we don't have money. We'll buy him. Napoli e tutta la Serie A. Ma che cazzo dici? Please. Classico Napolitano. There's your answer. Year after next, quite possible. Okay. Aspetta, I'm going to finish up because this guy's going between me and you, Dom.
Thank you guys for commenting, though. That's good. Those are good things. Yeah.
I made it all blue in the chat. Okay, bravo. You want a bottle of champagne? Fine, dude. Anyways, guys, let's continue on. It's very fun. Then continue, but with me, you're not gonna win. Dom knows when we go back and forth, it's never gonna win with me. But I try to keep it cool.
You're gonna tie.
Huh?
You're gonna tie.
Do you see?
You're gonna tie.
Do you see how personal he takes it, bro? When you talk about Juventus, it takes it personal. Yo,
I'm not taking it personal, but come on, bro.
It's just a club, bro. Relax, bro. Listen, you support a club that's known for corruption. Just
not corruption. Gio, say something. Like what corruption?
Come on,
that's
there's more to it. There's more to it, Dom. There's more teams involved.
Come on,
know that, Dom.
Inter created Cacciope. Don't get me started.
Yeah,
know they
but
done
then just because we were in first place that season, everybody blames us. That's why. But if it was somebody else, then everybody would be like, "Oh, maybe it's
But
Milan, maybe
yo,
it's Inter, right?"
but brother, check it out. It's the little things, okay? You remember Suarez?
Come on. Ah,
You
but
know,
come on, come
you remember,
on.
you remember the whole thing with giving him answers to to the test for the passport. It's those
Oh, what
little
about
things,
Inter, the
bro.
Nah,
fake
but come
passport
on.
with that
Hold on.
player? Come
Look at
on.
Pascal.
Pascal,
This
don't
guy's.
look.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. Napolitano is telling you about your thing, and you're blaming Inter.
He
Leave us out of it. We're
we
not.
were talking about fake passport. What about you guys?
But
That
no,
wasn't you,
trust me.
Pasquale.
You don't want to.
no, but
No, trust me. Trust me. I'm not gonna touch that argument because we'll never end. It's a
but
never-ending story, and we don't want to go there. It's gonna get ugly. So that's
No. Because you
please.
know I'm right, Pasquale.
No.
What's the
What? You know
player's
what?
name
Here's the
with the
thing. Wait,
passport of Inter? Hold on a sec. What's that player's name? I can't remember the Argentino guy.
Alvaro Recoba El Chino.
Recoba.
Recoba.
Him,
Yeah,
man.
and they paid the fine. They
Please.
paid the fine. And they paid.
ah,
They paid.
Yeah,
They
but
paid.
with us, Suarez, there was no fake
yeah,
passport.
but Dom, here's the thing. I think that Juventus, in terms of the federation, everybody hates Juventus. I just don't understand it, man. I think that there's so many things that I've been known, even for other teams like Inter, like Milan, maybe Napoli, especially with the whole transfer situation with
Napoli a
Osimhen that we don't
casa.
talk about.
Napoli caca. Remember that. No offense.
Hey, remember
though.
that whole transfer saga with Osimhen, right? Lil, remember that court? I don't know what's happening with that. Nobody
Hey,
talks about it no more, though.
hey,
Nobody
listen,
does
brother.
the thing. Nobody talks
Listen,
about it no
brother.
more.
I'm gonna be
Because
honest with you.
Laurentiis is in the middle of the
Listen,
politics.
And
That's
no,
why.
I'm just saying this as a neutral though. I'm just saying. But when it comes to Juventus, it's like, oh, Juventus, that's it. Minus
Marotta
15,
League.
minus
That's from
this.
Napolitano.
Calciopoli.
Pasquale. Marotta
You
League.
know, I know it's all for the banter, but let's be all realistic. It's just come on.
Dom,
There's so
I
many
told you
things
today.
where I point out.
Listen, hold on.
So many
Dom, I
things.
told you today. You live in America. You know the American, they save the top teams whatsoever. Italy, it's too much crap, man. Let's be real, man. So,
Well, I think the whole corruption is in Italy, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Listen, throughout 2010 to like maybe 2017, 18, Juventus was owning Serie A, bro. You guys were doing some shady stuff, bro. Let's be honest. Come on, let's be
give
honest
me a
here.
break.
Dominic,
we were the top
Dom,
team.
we had
Come
a
on.
team, but Dom, we had
Guys.
that year. Those years we had a great team. You can't deny that. We had.
Inter
No.
wasn't that
We
great after
deserved to win
that.
the Scudetto.
Even
We
Napoli.
deserved to win
Come
all
on,
those
bro.
Scudetti. There was no shady stuff. We deserved to win all those Scudetti.
I'm not
Napoli after
saying
the
that, though.
triplete, Inter after the triplete,
I'm not
they were
questioning.
minus 10, minus 30. Like,
I'm not-
everybody forget about that?
I'm not questioning your guys' talent on the field.
Not me.
What I'm questioning is the shady things your front office did. That's what like the thing with Suarez, that's shady, bro. Why you guys cheating like that? Yo, this whole what's
Not
up
true.
thing about
That's
not
not
playing
true.
the players, about not playing the players where you're supposed to be playing them, so it looks like you guys are
No, you're
balancing the
wrong,
books.
Dom. You're totally wrong. What about Inter that year? They didn't pay the players, Lukaku and all that. Come on. You're talking about Juventus. Please. Madonna mia, this
Like I
guy.
said,
It's okay to try to make yourself feel better, Dom. It's okay. It's okay, bro.
like I said, it's like
Why
every
you yell?
darkness that you.
Yo, why
Guys,
you guys
what
yell,
was
bro?
the
Why
what was
does
the
he
best
yell?
goal? What was the best goal of the Champions League you guys saw this round?
He changed subject. Grazie, Pasquale. Okay, let's close it up with this, Pasquale. Then we'll close it up. What was the best goal for me? Rice.
Which one, the first or the second?
Kavara,
Well, both were beautiful, bro.
bro.
Yeah,
Kavara.
I got the
That goal.
Guevara goal.
Yeah,
The
that
Guevara
goal.
goal.
Madonna mia,
Okay.
that was insane.
Va a cagare tu e Rubentus, testa di minchia. Testa di minchia. What does Mika has to say? Oh,
Yo,
here's a
hey,
good one.
podcast.
Inter, we needed to win the triple after disappear for 15 years. Yeah, true. But we can't say that
Hey,
to
man,
Interista.
A podcast ain't any good if you don't got banter in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey.
Of course.
You know,
I'm totally fine with that. I haven't had this fun for a long time. It's all good. It's all good, bro. You're always welcome back. Well, you know when you're welcome? When you maybe win the Scudetto, Pasquale, so I can just give it to Interisti. Oh, I will love that.
I know you can't wait. I know.
But then if they win the Champions League, it's Like,
It's funny how the tables
Oh,
have turned, eh?
I'm out of the
I remember,
country.
I remember, I remember when Interisti used to be happy when Juventus got eliminated from Ajax. Come
Yeah,
mai,
yeah.
go. So
yeah.
and now it turns around. Now you're waiting for an
Yeah.
Inter loss for the
I would never.
celebration.
I would never forget what the Interisti did. I think it was a couple games after we got eliminated against Ajax. Where they did that
Yeah, they did
tifo.
with the,
Game over.
with
That
the
tifo.
that
Game
Oh, that
yeah
over.
was a
with
Champions.
those
And I
beautiful.
hated it.
Ajax
I hated Inter so
yeah
much ever since. Oh my
with
god.
those I hold on a second, Gio, with those Ajax things from
Oh,
the
that
laundry.
too.
That's what these guys
That
do. They
too.
didn't talk
That
Who
about
too.
who
That
us.
scored?
too.
Who scored
Oh
that
man, that
time?
was bad.
The leaked,
Yeah, the league
and then
scored.
Juventus went to Bayern.
I
The next year, Ronaldo and Juventus went to Bayern.
I know
You
it's weird. It's weird how Juventus did that.
guys,
But
before I
from then,
continue,
That's
I'm
shady,
gonna
bro.
close
You
it up.
guys, you guys, no mercy, bro. No mercy, bro.
me,
So guess
yeah,
what?
this guy.
So guess what, bro? We don't got no pity toward you guys. We hope you guys like don't even make it into the Champions League. I want to see you guys in the Europa League next season, bro.
We don't
Don't
care.
worry, dog. Don't worry.
For
Hey,
real,
listen.
dog.
Well, we know when we go down, we come back up anyway. We all know that,
Hey,
Don.
it's been a while,
Hey, what
brother. I
happened to
haven't
you
seen you come
guys,
Just,
back up
Dom?
hey,
yet.
just like for
You win.
33 years, for 33 years.
Exactly.
Come on. Hey, what happened?
From winning, then you went to 10th
Yo,
place.
Paco.
And you had
Yo,
to call
Paco.
Conte.
Yo, Paco,
You
you
So,
see how I get these Juventinis all riled up in here, bro? This is what I do, bro.
you get right up
I
to
show
you
up. I
cannot
show
take the
up. You
truth.
know,
You
they've
cannot
been
take the
talking. They've
truth.
been talking for like the last 10 minutes. I say 4 words and they start screaming. It's
What are you
okay.
talking about? What are you talking about, Dom? Come on, Dom.
Pasquale, this guy. Pasquale, question for you. Paco, do you think you're gonna win in Milan versus Bayern?
in Milan.
In Milan, yes,
Uh,
sorry.
well, if do I think I win? Even a tie, a 2-2-0-0 for me will be amazing. Just like it's a win. Do I think we're gonna win? I think it's gonna be tough. I'm hoping we're gonna tie 1-1, and that's like a win for me too. I'm not. We already did the big win in Munich, so at home we gotta
Inter,
watch not get goals. So that's. I hope we're gonna
I'm
pass
gonna
the turn.
go. Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna go through the last question. This guy's really pissing me off. Inter versus Juventus 2018. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are
Like,
you talking
what
about? We
the heck are
deserve to
you
win
telling?
that game. We deserve to win
Yeah,
that game.
exactly. Ma che cazzo dici? Ma what's up alla barbabietro che fa meglio? Anyways,
Hold
before
on,
I
hold on,
close
well,
this,
hold on. 2018 was that Pjanic Rafinha? Not no yellow card, or Sato
don't
didn't give a yellow.
don't even start with me,
No,
Pasquale.
no, because there's so many things I could pull up right now.
No, I
Right
just wanted to know
now,
if that
right now.
2018
I
game
have
was the
so many
Pjanic.
stuff. I have so even on Napoli, even I have so much stuff on my hard drive of everything.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
think
game. That
everything.
was the game that Juventus beat Inter, right? And they won the
And
Scudetto.
They,
Napoli lost the
no,
Scudetto
yeah.
on the
Here we
hotel
go.
at the hotel
wait, was it?
Fiorentina.
It was?
Yeah, they lost at the
Yeah.
hotel. Sarri was coaching.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, I think he was
Well,
talking about that one. And
yeah.
Inter had
Let
on
him
loan
talk.
Inter had on loan Rafinha from Barcelona, and Pjanic
You
is the
guys are the
second.
worst, Dom. You guys are the worst. Please, all you guys do when we get out the
Listen,
Champions League, you go to Juve non vince mai la Champions. You guys made that statue saying Juve merda. Ma che cazzo dici? Ma vai a cagare,
Yeah.
va.
Hey, man, we call out corruption when corruption is due, bro.
Okay, whatever.
I can't wait. Like
Okay,
I said,
guys.
there will be a day where the corruption comes to Naples, and when it does, then
It came so many times, but nobody
oh, we
touches
know. Oh,
ETL
we know. Nobody
because he's
talks
Trump.
it. Nobody talks
He's
about it.
Trump.
Nobody
Guys,
talks about it.
crunch time right now. Serie A starting tomorrow. Okay,
Hold
tomorrow
on a
Udinese
second.
Wow.
Milan.
Before I get aspect, before we get
Prediction.
into famous predictions aspect, guys, thank you all for the chat, even though the love with the banter whatsoever. But before anything, as of course, first sempre, you know where to go. Sorry, guys, wrong thing.
You know where to go, and he cuts us off. Reno cuts us off.
Okay, hold on a
Minchia.
second. Guys, go through my YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Please share. Then you know where to find me on Soccer Forever Sempercatch on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, Culture with Reno Z. You know where to find me. If you want to message me privately, if you want to welcome to my life, have lots of fun, you're more than welcome. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it, even though it was lots of fun. You know how to pull the trigger, even do I. So I will have to have your buddy there. But before we close it up, let's get into Pasquale's predictions, because that's his favorite. Because we got Serie coming. Lots of wonderful games coming along, I believe. I don't have the thing on me. Does anybody have their phone on and see what are the next big games? Or
I
Yeah, I
don't
got
have
it.
my
Pasquale has
phone.
it?
I don't have
I got
I
it.
don't have my. I have my phone, but I'll tell you the big games by my head. The big
Okay,
games
go
of
ahead,
this week is
Pasquale.
the big games this week is Bologna Atalanta for a
Mm,
Champions League spot. That's going to be a tough one. Fiorentina, I believe they're going to have an easy pass to at home versus Parma. Napoli, guys, at Empoli without Zambanguisa, without Di Lorenzo, maybe McTominay will come back. Empoli's fighting for that third relegation spot, but I think Napoli has it pretty easy there. Now I'm playing the survivor pool, guys, and I don't know. Once you pick a team, you can't pick it again. So I had Inter and Como so far in the first 2 weeks of the survivor pool, and now this week I was thinking, should I go with Napoli at Empoli, or should I go with Juve at home versus Lecce?
doesn't matter to
That,
me.
Doesn't matter.
I would go
well,
with
they're
I
Yeah.
would
both.
go I would I would go with Napoli beating Empoli.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
go
Probably
ahead.
it's
that.
two.
That's probably the obvious one.
How much, Dom? 1-0, 2-0?
I'm gonna go
I'll
with
go 2-0.
I'm gonna go with 2-0.
2-0? Okay. You, Gio?
2-0.
2-0? Pasquale?
Oh, 2-0. Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
2-0.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Then what is next? Juventus Lecce, you said.
Mm.
Hmm.
Me personally, I'm gonna start. I don't care. I don't want to see another tie. 2-0. We gotta fucking win this game. Gio, you?
Uh, you know what? I want to go for a little bang. 3-0. 3-0 Juve.
3-0. Okay, Dom?
3-0, huh?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm keeping it positive. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit better.
Okay.
Hey,
Are you,
two door.
are you
I
gonna
actually
bet
like.
money on that?
If I was, I probably would say then it would be 2-0, right? 2-0 would be probably the option to go with if I was gonna bet. But
Who you think's gonna score?
um,
I'll tell you.
well, it depends. It
You.
depends who starts, right? It depends who starts because this guy,
We don't
I'll,
know.
these guys, we don't
Vlahovic,
know.
I'll
no,
tell you.
not
I'll
a
tell you.
chance.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll
no
tell
Okay,
you.
problem.
go,
This is
Pasquale.
Juventus 2-0. Vlahovic and Nico Gonzalez.
You know,
Vlahovic, not a
I was gonna put
chance.
I
I'm
was gonna put
sorry.
Nico Gonzalez. I was gonna put Nico Gonzalez. You know, I'm also gonna put Yildiz.
4-0.
Yildiz is what a player he is too. And then after that, if I was gonna go with the third one, no, I'll put Colomani up there. Why not?
Look at this guy, 10-0 Lecce. Man, you're
Yeah,
such an
this guy. Damn,
anti-Juventino, buddy.
this guy.
Guys like
Oh
you,
my
I
god.
lose respect, bro. I'm sorry,
Guys,
man. When hold on a
here's
second.
Come
another.
on, bro.
No, when Napoli win that year, I give credit by you, my friend.
Yeah, I
You're
give
a
credit.
classico Napolitano, man. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
Classic. No offense to you,
Guys,
Dom. Everybody needs to.
today here's another
Good.
good game. Another champion for a Champions League spot. Today they lost
Oh.
2-0 in Norway with all that snow. Lazio.
Yeah,
They're gonna
Lazio.
play.
yeah. Let's
There's
Roma.
Derby delle Capitale, ragazzi.
Roma. That's
Lazio
going to be a
Roma.
tough one. Yeah.
Lazio Roma 2:45 on Sunday.
No, Lazio doesn't play at Roma.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh wow.
Derby delle Capitale, boys.
Roma will
That's
win. Roma will win,
Yeah,
guys.
I got Roma winning that one.
Me too.
Roma, same. Roma.
They're
I say tie
looking
there.
good. You see a tie?
I
Big
say tie there.
cats.
Yeah, I think
Like
Roma will win.
Pino Daniele said, Isopats. Isopats. Quindi fanno poca attenzione, ti facciano con la così. Ti facciano poco napoletano,
You know-
quindi fai
You know,
bravo.
Reno. Yo, Reno,
Yeah.
bro. So Dan is the opposite of you, bro. Like you know how you are with Juventus. He's the he's the same. He's the same as you.
Yeah?
with Napoli, bro. With Napoli, you
Okay.
know.
But I have my
So
limit. I have my limit, bro. I have my
no,
limit. I'm
you
not
you
the,
don't you no you don't got no freaking limits, bro.
I do. I do. I'm
No,
more
you don't.
sportive than
No,
you
No, no,
guys.
no.
get the hell out of here.
Trust
Dominic,
me.
Dominic, Dominic. He was like that. He was like that. Now he's getting to know other people and he's getting to calm down. You know, like what a wild.
Okay,
You know, a
okay.
wild. You know what? You know, a wild horse. When you there's a wild
Pasquale.
horse
Nah, nah,
and you
no.
need
You
to
watch.
hold.
Hold on a second there, pal. You see my videos. I'm very sportive. Okay.
That's what I'm
I have
telling
a
you. You're
balance. I
changing.
have
You're
a
changing.
balance. Well,
I
that's
saw
the
a
real me.
difference.
But you know,
He's
I'm
learning. He's
not like
learning
you
how to.
guys.
He's learning how to integrate in society, right? That's what it is. He's learning how to integrate.
Yeah, yeah, whatever, man. I am more sportive than you, anti-sportivi. So please, don't even start with me. Moving on next, Inter Bologna. Who's gonna win this? I'm gonna go for Bologna. 1-0.
Oh,
Ooh.
next week.
Wait,
No,
I
No,
no,
mean,
what am I
they
saying?
no,
got
Cagliari,
I got
Cagliari.
confused.
Yeah.
Cagliari.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Inter's gonna win. Inter's gonna win Cagliari
Inter's
now.
winning it. Yeah, Inter's winning it.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, guys, you don't win that game, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
then
you don't
something's off.
deserve. You don't deserve the Scudetto if you don't win that game,
Hey,
Oh
Napoli
boy.
didn't beat Venezia.
huh?
Mm.
Napoli didn't beat Venezia.
Yeah, but you like. Let's be real. Who has a better team, Inter or Napoli?
Well, Napoli only plays once a week. Inter
I
plays every
know
3 days.
who has the better team.
Inter.
Okay, so you got the better team. You got probably the deepest bench in Serie A. So this is your Scudetto, not ours.
I know.
This is your Scudetto to drop. Like you guys are supposed to win this, right?
Well, so yeah, but you guys remember, Napoli was ahead of Inter. Remember that.
Oh
I know,
boy,
So,
here we
but now
go.
you are. But now you are. So it's your Scudetto to drop, right?
yep.
Who's the
Okay.
next one? Udinese, Milan, right? Is that the next
Yeah,
one?
that's
tomorrow.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Oh man,
Mm.
I root for any team. I root for any team that plays against Milan, bro.
I say 1-1
Oh,
there.
you hate Milan? You hate Milan?
Oh,
too?
I can't stand that team, bro.
Why? That's weird.
No, it's not the team. It's it's a Twitter thing, bro. I can't
Oh,
stand
the Twitter
these
or the
Milan,
fans?
these Milan fans. Bro,
I know one of them. I am not
they
really
clowned
happy
us.
about.
They clowned us so much on Twitter with our finishing 10th last season, and now look at them. Now
Yeah.
look at them.
They got
They can
jealous.
handle
They
it.
want to play. They want to play once a week too now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
guys.
say that Udinese win.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Gio.
You
Sorry.
say Udinese, Joe?
I think Udinese is gonna win. This Milan is not functioning properly, man. It's terrible times for them.
For me, Udinese is going to win.
Yeah, Udinese will win. Yeah,
And
1-0.
they play it away too. So
Away.
they're playing them away. Yeah. I would
I say Luka and Pulisic 1-1.
You know what? I see a draw there.
A draw?
Wow.
I see a draw. Yeah, I see a draw because Milan have the talent and they're going into I don't know because they play Inter in don't they play when's the Coppa Italia? Is it next week or no? It's
After now we have to play. Now we play Cagliari, then we play Bayern Munich, then we play Bologna, and then we play Milan for the Coppa Italia.
Yes, yeah. I think I would give it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a draw just because Milan are looking like very inconsistent, but at the same time they have the talent. So I think it'll be a draw. I don't think they win though.
Dog.
Wow.
I have Juventino here. He's one of my friends. Rather have Inter win the Scudetto than Napoli. Wow, Marco.
Thank you.
Grande
I
Marco.
have Napoli. I'm sorry, man.
I respect. He's a Juventus fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
he's a
Juventus
Juventino.
fan.
I respect that. Tell me that there's not a rivalry there then. If a fan like
biggest
that's coming out. Because Juventus fans, they're like, you guys got what 3 Scudettis. You guys are not our rivals. Like titles are something to start a rivalry. It has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So I like Juventus fans that actually accept that Napoli is one of their rivals because it's Inter and it's Napoli. Because Milan's not a rival. Milan is not a rival. Juventus. No, you guys are too busy making out with each other.
Well, you're talking
Wow.
about Juve. What about this guy? Haven't met Reno. Reno and love him already. Passion, okay, is the way. Always support your club, even if they are cheaters. We're not cheaters. Remember that. Vai a
Come
zappare proprio a
on.
piedere. So enjoy your lovely Napolitano pizza. And you're lucky that I like Gigi D'Alessio, Pino Daniele, or else, buddy. But I would like to meet you one day. Maybe I'll come to New York. I like to meet you. I have a lot of Napoli friends. Oh,
Well, you
Antonio
sure
Inter.
spiced it up.
I should, yeah.
Atalanta Bologna, right? That's the next.
Yeah,
That's the big
Inter
one,
will
right?
lose the
Yeah.
Scudetto to Bologna. Minka history repeats itself. This is another. He's a New York guy too. He's a Juventino. Yeah, well, we've seen that history with Bologna, but we'll see. Bologna are playing well, but we have to see what Inter's going to manage next week. So
What do you guys got
Bologna,
for?
Bologna guys have a good shot, very good chance of winning their first Coppa Italia ever this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you,
yeah,
I want to see. I really want to see a Milan versus Bologna, bro.
I disagree there, but it's okay. I understand.
I kind of want you guys to crash out of the Copa. I think you guys reached as far as you could.
It will be
And
worse
I
for
feel
you. It
comfortable.
will be worse for Napoli if we crash out of the Coppa.
It's
We
okay.
have one game less.
You still got Champions League. I want you guys to make it to the finals in the Champions League, and then
Oh, me too.
so
Trust me. Me too. Me too.
that's as
okay,
far as I
guys,
want you guys to go.
I have to go soon. It's been almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna close up with this last comment from my paisano Antonio. We don't, we don't want. Can we do its pick or poison in the end? Laugh a lot. I always just like it because it makes the league look better. That every year a different team is winning. Bologna will win the Coppa Italia. Maybe you never know. You never know.
Reno,
So
say hi to Orazio for me, eh?
yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah, I
at the
can hear him in
background.
the
That's my
background.
son. Guys, thank you all. Dom, it was a pleasure. I wouldn't mind doing this again. Maybe I have your friend, maybe I can do it to him. So, but we'll do this again. Pasquale, don't worry, I'll get you back again because
Nice
this is
meeting
going to
you,
be
Dom.
You
yeah, the
too,
Inter
brother. You
Milan.
too. Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah,
You guys are
Granted,
cool,
Dom.
even
yeah,
though
and
you
Gio.
guys are cool, even though you're Juventus fans. You guys are still cool.
Okay,
Not all of them. Not all
thank
of
you.
them.
Well, he's from New York, Gio. Gio's from New
Yeah,
York,
I'm
so.
from New York
But
too.
Pasquale,
Oh, you're in New
to
York,
finish, I
Gio?
might have
Yeah, Stanaon.
yeah, New York.
I'm in Manhattan.
You're in Manhattan. That's cool.
Wow,
Yeah,
That's
man.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
You do you go
Okay,
to
Pas, go
Ribalta?
ahead.
You
Hey,
go to
Reno,
Ribalta?
could you cut the live and then have us like talk a little
Yeah.
bit?
Okay, okay, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm gonna close it up. Stay, rimanete, stay. Don't worry for at least 5 minutes, and that's it. Guys, like and subscribe. Thank you all, and for now, ciao ciao. Forza
Hi to the
Juve.
chat.
Yeah, hi to the chat. Forza Juve e a casa tutti. Parabim e
Para
parabuma.